Hi everybody, welcome to this week's marketing video. For today, I wanted to continue on last week's trend of blogging. So this is going to be part 2 in our series. Last week we talked about how to find the blogging feature in DeltaNET and how to get set up and really get started with your blog. Today we're going to carry on from that, and we are going to talk about how to generate content as well as how to share your blog on social media or send it out to your clients. So to get started, let's hop into DeltaNET. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Hold on just one second. Okay, so now that we're in DeltaNET, I am on the main page for your blog. To get here, you will just use the left-hand column in DeltaNET to select marketing and then select blog from the dropdown. And that will take you to this main homepage here. So to get started, let's kind of refresh from last week. So last week we talked about how to type in your own content. And to do that, I had this example test article here. But to add in your own article, you'll simply hit this green Add New Article button, where you're able to come down and sort by category and tags, type in your title. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll be able to type in your content here. So this is great if you have an idea for an article or something you want to write about. Come in here, type it all out, and when you're ready, hit Publish Article. So that is number 1 for content, is typing your own and generating your own content. Type 2 is going to be referencing an outside blog. And you can see I have an article here that's labeled Referencing an Outside Blog to show you guys as an example. So let's pull up this article here. And this is going to be a really great option for you guys if you don't have, a couple hours to dedicate to sit down and type out a brand new article. This is going to be a great workaround. So find an article or a blogger that you really like and that you have read through entirely and you think it is really great information. So for example, I found an article that CB Bain wrote, Where to Find Food Trucks in Seattle. The first thing I did was actually read through the entire article to make sure it's something I do want to promote and it's something I like. And then what I did was I scrolled down. Let me click here to read more so we can see the full thing. I came in and I wrote my own snippet on here. So I wrote, why you should check out this article, why it's great information, and my own take on here. So I wrote, down here what my favorite food truck was, but I also linked back to the original article. And that's going to be key when you're referencing an outside blog, is making sure that you are referencing the original source. So what I did was I used the same cover photo, and then I wrote check out the full article here, and I linked that full article. So if anybody were to click on this link, they would go back to the original source. And again, this article maybe took me 10 to 15 minutes to write because I found content that I really liked. I put my own spin on it, and then I tagged the original source. So as long as you guys are giving credit where it's due, this is a great option to help add content to your page and continually update it with new content for your subscribers. The third option, let me hop back into DeltaNET. The third option we kind of talked about last week, and that is going to be feeds. So what this means is you are pulling in articles from a third-party site. So for example, I have Inman News headlines added as a third-party feed to my blog. So when Inman News posts a new article, it also posts to my blog. And of course, it's the same article and it says it's from Inman News. But again, this is a nice way to keep your feed, continually updated with new content and new information. And when you want to add in a third-party feed, it's really easy. You will just come to this green Add New Feed button. And there's only a couple steps. So you can type in the title. The type is going to remain inbound. And then here you can paste in the feed's link, or you can select one of these preset inbound blog feeds, which is what I did. So I came in and I selected Inman News, and then when you're ready, you'll hit save, and that will start adding that feed to your blog post. So for example, I will show you, let me hit cancel here. So we've got a couple options as far as actions. You can preview the feed if you want to see some examples. You can edit the feed, which is going to pull up that pop-up window that I just showed you guys. And delete feed if you ever want to come in and you no longer want Inman News headlines to post on your page, you can hit delete. But that is the third way to add content to your site. So as a quick recap, you can write your own content, you can reference an outside blog, and then you can also include third-party feeds. All are great options. You can use a combination, you can use all three, totally up to you guys and what your plan of attack is here. But I would definitely suggest having multiple so you're not feeling bogged down or overwhelmed by having to produce new articles all the time. So keep these tips in mind. The second part for today's video is going to be sharing your blog. So let me get a test article here, referencing an outside blog. When you're on your blog and you have an article pulled up, this site makes it super easy to share. So you'll see I've got a Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and a little email button. All of these will allow you to share to those third-party sites. So for example, let's say I want to post to Facebook. You just select the Facebook icon and it pulls up this little pop-up window here with a preview of your article. And you can come in and type a caption. So say something like, check out my latest blog post on food trucks. And then what I would do is always put something along the lines of, don't forget to subscribe, to always stay in the loop. Something that references back to your blog, and it references subscribing, because an important factor of having subscribers is they will receive an email every time that you post a new blog post. So if they're subscribed, they're going to continually get these articles in their inbox without having to search for them. So I would make sure to always link back to your blog and always say something like, don't forget to subscribe, or whatever you want your catchy lingo to be there. But while on Facebook, I do want to point out it's going to publish to your personal page. So use this drop-down menu to select share on a page you manage, and that will allow you to select your business page. So for my example, my business page is called Test for showing purposes, but yours will of course have whatever you've labeled your business page. And then you can come down and hit post to Facebook. And it's just that easy. And it's going to be the same process for LinkedIn and Twitter. If you guys wanted to post to Instagram, that would be a little different. What you could do is have the blog or your generic blog linked in your Instagram bio. Instagram at this time does not allow links within a caption or comment, so you are a little limited there, but I would still go ahead and post to your Instagram, post a picture, maybe of you at a food truck, and write a comment or a caption, saying, I wrote a new blog post on food trucks. Here's where you can check it out, or check out the link in my bio. And always redirect people to the blog and to your website, because on here, again, they have this option here where it says subscription to come in and type their name and email address. And if they do that, they will receive an email directly in their inbox every time you guys post something new to your blog. So it's keeping them up to date and showing them the latest things that you guys have going on, which is really important. The second way of sharing, let me hop back into DeltaNET. The second example I have of sharing your blog post is actually creating an email blast. So this is a different video entirely, but I'll link the email blast video in the email that I send out to you guys. But creating an email blast saying, hey, I just wrote a new blog post on XYZ. Check it out here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And then again, don't forget to subscribe to always stay in the loop, or something like that, that really gets people interested in your blog and makes them want to subscribe, so they do get that email every time you have a new blog post. Those are the two main suggestions I have when sharing your blog. Of course, you can email it out. The options are endless with sharing your blog, but the two I really want to push to you guys is every time that you create a new blog post, post it on all your social media channels and email it out to all of your clients. The more it gets pushed out there, the more viewers that are going to come to your page. And, you know, maybe they're not interested in the food truck article, but when they get to your page, they see another one that applies to them, or they see another tab on your website. Either way, they are on your website looking at your information. So that is great news. But as a quick recap, for today's video, we talked about the different types of content, as well as the different types of sharing and advertising your blog, and why it's really important to gain that traction and get those subscribers on your blog. As a quick side note, while we're still in DeltaNET, I do want to show you this subscribers tab. I almost forgot here. So let's hit subscribers. And in here, once this loads, there are a couple things that I want to show you. So the very first one is subscribe groups to your blog. So this is going to list out any groups of customers you have. So for example, maybe I want to subscribe this group. You just select the little checkbox, and then hit the blue subscribe groups button. You get this green bar saying your subscriber list has been updated, and now they've been subscribed. If you keep scrolling down, this is where the list of current subscribers will display. Keep going down. Unsubscribe, this will show if anybody has subscribed and then they have decided to unsubscribe themselves. They'll be listed here. We also have the summarized subscription email history. So this is a great place to come and reference what has been sent out to your clients, as well as how many were sent, how many were opened, how many were clicked. It gives you some good data to use as reference points for future blog articles. You know, maybe you come in and you see the food trucks article did really, really well, so you want to do something similar next month. It's a great way to keep tabs on what is performing well versus maybe what's not performing the best. But again, this information is all under your subscribers tab in here. And to view your blog posts, people don't necessarily need to be a subscriber. They can just view it directly online. But again, the perks of being a subscriber is they're going to be fed an email every time you guys post something new to your blog. So it's really great that you guys are going to stay top of mind that way. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to the regional for your area. We would be happy to help you guys answer any questions or get this set up. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.